Welcome to Sleepless Folktales, a place where legends linger and the night listens back. Here, we tell stories softly, not to frighten you, but to remind you what it feels like to wonder. So find your quiet, let the world slow down. Tonight's tale begins now. They call it Sleepy Hollow, a drowsy little valley where autumn lingers and the air keeps secrets the way old books keep dust. The trees lean in like listeners. The road curls like a question mark. And when the fog settles low, stories arrive the way leaves fall, one by one. On nights like these, the lanterns remember to flicker. On nights like these, even footsteps sound like memories. Somewhere between the churchyard and the covered bridge, the world grows thinner than paper. You can feel it if you stop breathing for a heartbeat. A lightness in your chest, a hush in the reeds, as if the valley itself is drawing a veil over its eyes, asking the living to speak softly. People here will tell you the hollow is gentle. They will also tell you it is not empty. Both things can be true. Once, and this is how I heard it, there was a schoolmaster who walked this road at night, tall as a lamppost, thin as a quill. His name was Ichabod Crane, a man stitched from borrowed books and borrowed dreams. He taught letters by day and gathered legends by evening, carrying them home like apples in a pocket. He believed in everything. In a place like Sleepy Hollow, that is both a gift and a hazard. He listened to the farmers trade whispers at their doors, to the miller swearing the river never ran straight, to old women knitting shadows into their shawls, ghostly riders, wandering lights, a bridge that no one crosses without a prayer. Ichabod collected each rumor carefully, as if a single thread might mend a world. When he walked home by lantern glow, he hummed hymns to steady his breathing. Sometimes the hymns hummed back. You can love a place and still fear it. It happens all the time. October teaches this gently. A color so beautiful it hurts. A cold so lovely it stings. The road to the bridge is lined with trees that seem to bow. The stream below speaks to itself in silver sentences. If you look long enough into the water, you'll see the sky staring back and something else behind it waiting to be named. They say Sleepy Hollow keeps a rider of its own, headless, tireless, born of an old battle, forever searching for what he lost. But legends aren't only made of terror, they are made of need. Someone needed a shape for the fear of the dark. Someone needed hooves to measure their heartbeats. Someone needed a lantern to explain the way light trembles when fog has teeth. One night, the valley wore a mask of rain. Clouds pinned the moon behind a curtain, and the church bells were damp as stones. Ichabod left a warm hearth and warm voices, carrying a pocket full of laughter and a single, careful hope. The road glistened like a ribbon laid out for him. It seemed to lead somewhere kinder than it was. He walked faster than his courage, and the night matched his pace. It happened slowly at first. A branch scratching the idea of your name. A lantern hum that wasn't there a breath ago. The feeling that the trees have counted you correctly and decided to keep score. He told himself the stories were only stories. He told himself a man is taller than a shadow. He told himself the bridge was near. Still, behind him, something arranged the darkness into the shape of hooves. A rider. That is what he felt before he knew. A seam opening in the night, a pressure, like thunder holding its breath. When he turned, there was fog. When he blinked, there were antlers of branches, antlers that were only branches, until they moved in a way branches do not. A shape on a horse steps out of belief the way a name steps out of a mouth. Headless, the stories promised. Lantern held high, the stories warned. But stories are never exact. Sometimes what you see is not what is there. Sometimes what is there is not what you can bear to see. The rider lifted a light. Pumpkin glow, candle heart, a sun the size of 2 hands. And the fog drank it, and the water stitched it into a trembling mirror. Ichabod ran, which is the oldest prayer. The bridge answered by being both near and far. 2 planks longer than fear, 3 steps shorter than safety. He tasted iron, heard bells that weren't ringing, and felt a presence tall enough to blot out a season. Some say a laugh shook the branches. Some say the horse breathed frost into his name. Some say there was only wind. At the mouth of the bridge, the world sharpened like a quill. Ink would be spilled. On what? The story would decide. Morning leaves careful evidence. A hat, worried by the reeds. A pumpkin, wounded into ruin. Hoofprints that begin and do not end. The town gathered these like clues and arranged them into comfort. Comfort is a kind of truth. So is uncertainty. What became of the schoolmaster? There are answers. There are always answers. But the hollow prefers questions, because questions keep the lantern lit. Maybe he left for a place where autumn is gentler. Maybe he married a woman who kept windows bright. Maybe he crossed a different bridge and never looked back. Or maybe, and the valley smiles when you say this, maybe the rider was only the shape of his own fear, and fear outran him. Years drift. The road remains, a ribbon through the hush. Children dare each other to touch the bridge rail. Lovers whisper vows beside the water as if it were a priest. Old men close their eyes and hear hooves when there are none. And on nights when the fog walks on 2 legs, a lantern appears and forgets to go out. If you pass that way, walk slowly. Let the leaves finish what they were saying. Let the road ask its question. Answer softly. You can love a story and still not wish to live inside it. You can love a place and still step carefully through its dreams. Sleepy Hollow is not cruel. It is simply deep. It holds what people give it: fear, hope, rumor, prayer, and returns them as echoes with their edges sanded down. That is why the wind here can sound like laughter. That is why the water here can carry your name farther than your feet will go. What is a legend but a knight that learned to speak? What is a rider but a motion in the dark big enough to hide the small truths we cannot face? We make lanterns out of pumpkins because light needs a home, and sometimes the only home is the nearest hollow. If you should see a glow hanging like a second moon, let it be a story you keep, not a path you follow. And if you find yourself on this very road when the mist is drinking the last of the day, and the bridge is a mouth you are not ready to enter, stand still. Listen. The valley will teach you how to breathe in the dark. The lantern will teach you how to hold your fear without dropping it. And the water will show you the sky, so you remember that even the deepest hollows are open at the top. Sleep well, traveler. The road remembers you kindly. The trees have already forgiven you. And the legend, it will walk beside you only as far as you let it. Good night.